All praises to Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakahakwadash. Next, I want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Lord's elect. To my left here is one of their brothers over there on YouTube. Go watch, be edified, fair use, fair use.
A light then flies across the base, across the flight line, and as it flies to me, a triangle manifests around the light. I can't tell you if it's active camouflage. I can't tell you if it appeared around the light, but I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle. It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My telephone got extremely hot, completely froze, dead. I remember how thick it was. It was between 1 to 2 stories thick, equilateral triangle. I could never see the top of it, and the edges were 90 degrees. There were 4 lights in total, 1 light on each corner and a larger light in the center, 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights. But what was really odd was the outside. The best way to describe it is like looking at a James Webb telescope picture, where you have the colors and then the black background. So the craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold lava, plasma, some type of fluid going over and around the craft. I'm under this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the center light flashes 2 to 3 times, no sound, immediately shoots up to commercial jet level minimum, in my opinion. And I immediately feel static electricity all over my body, and then I smell the smell of after a thunderstorm or lightning storm.
Those are the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You see, you in trouble, man. You Edomites and you heathen, y'all are in trouble, man. Isaiah 31 and verse 3. Now the Egyptians, America is spiritually known as Egypt. Now the Egyptians are men and not Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And their horses, their military powers, flesh and not spirit. When Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together. You see? For thus hath Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it. Passing over, he will preserve it. I'm going to put this in Gemini. But nevertheless, those are the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So-called UFOs. They're living beings. They can be whatever and do whatever they want. In Yahawashi's chariot, his so-called UFO, you see, which are the chariots of Israel, you can't see the beginning or end of it. That was just a small chariot. You see? And that glory that man was talking about. You see that glory. Man, you devils are in trouble, man. 2 Esdras 13 and verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That great mountain is that white cloud. You see, in Revelation 19 and verse, what is that? The white horse in Revelation 19 and verse 11. And that's the white cloud in Revelation 14 and verse 14. Pure power, man. But I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not. Right. As it tells you in Revelation 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Aman. You see? Those clouds are so-called UFOs, the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the vehicles of the angels. Psalm 68 and verse 17. The chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. See, those are the vehicles of the angels, as it tells you. Let's go get Revelation 19 and verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. Pure power, man. Yahawashi's fathership. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. You see? So the Lord's mighty warriors are coming down here, the angels, to wage war on you heathen, man. Verse 14. Matter of fact, yeah, verse 14. And the armies which were in heaven, you see, the angels, follow him upon white horses, so-called UFOs, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. You see, y'all are going into captivity. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. You see? And that man said his phone didn't work. Yeah, the angels disabled you. They didn't want to be recorded. You see? They spared you just so you can give that testimony. All right, let's get back to it, because I don't want to say nothing wrong. Bear with me, Salakia.
But I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle. It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My telephone got extremely hot, completely froze, dead.
See? It disabled you. It didn't want to be recorded. You see? Spares you just so you can give this testimony. Those are the chariots of Yahawashi, something like never before seen. That's what the Lord's coming back in, the chariots of salvation. Habakkuk 3 and verse 8. Was Yahawashi displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation? See? So-called UFOs, man. Verse 12. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. You see? Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, the elect of the nation of Israel, even for salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Right. The Lord's getting ready to bring it forth, man. What is that? Zechariah 5. The flying scroll. You see the chariots of Yahawashi, they come in many shapes, sizes. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answer, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saith Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up down thine eyes and see, what is this that goeth forth? And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth. Right, when you get that word ephah, it's a measure of 10 omers. So when you web search this, let's get some images. Where is it at? Right here. Ephah holds 10 omers, a wheel within a wheel. You see? Looks like a so-called UFO. Those are the chariots of Yahawashi, and they're getting ready to enter into the house of the thief, man. What is that? Salakia, Ezekiel 1. He said the thing shot up because they look, man. So like something like never before seen. Verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they four had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. You see? Those are the vehicles of the angels, man. The chariots of Yahawashi. Let's get that. Let's get Isaiah 66 and verse 15. For behold, Yahawashi will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahawashi plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall be many, you see, as birds flying, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Jeremiah 22. Jeremiah 49 and verse 22. And it reads, this is Yahawashi, Hamashiach, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. At that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. You see? You see? Because when they really reveal themselves, when Yahawashi pulls up, when the Heavenly Father Yahawah sends him, look, man, you see? Let's get that. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. You see? Remember, Basra and Edom. Isaiah 63. This is when the Lord returns, man. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? Symbolic for America. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. You see, he's coming in power and great glory, man. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. That's a visual of how much killing that the Lord's going to do. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. You see, for the time has come for me to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors, right? And that's what this is about. We're proclaiming the day of vengeance of Bahasham Yahawashi. You see, Isaiah 61 and verse 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of Bahasham Yahawashi and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. You see, to all who mourn in Israel, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that he might be glorified. You see? So this is for the nation of Israel, man. Let's get that. Verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers, Salakia. But ye shall be named the priest of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame, because this is a shame, we're on the bottom. The Lord put us in captivity. Ye shall have double. And for your confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. You see? Matter of fact, let's get that. Ezekiel, what is that? Ezekiel 39 and verse 23. The Lord said, after, you see, we got a after we bear the shame for going off. You see? And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they have trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. But Israel is getting ready to be restored. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi power. Now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel. Start with the elect, and will be jealous of my holy name, after that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, when they have that, Salakia, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. You see, this is about the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. You see, we had to board it. This is a shame. The Lord put us on the bottom, man, for a small moment, though. And the Lord allowed the bases of men, the so-called white man, to get up real high, but for the Lord's purpose, just so he can show his power in you. You see, the hammer of the earth is getting ready to be visited by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. The Lord is getting ready to, you're getting ready to meet the heavenly realm. Remember, the Lord is a man of war, man. Exodus 15 and 3. You see, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is a man of war. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is his name. This is the Lord. That's why the Lord is gathering you all to battle, man. Because the mighty ones will be here. Joel 3 in verse 9. For you heathen, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. You see, the Lord gave you devils time to rule. It's up. It's over. It's over. I was watching the video of from back in the day with King David. You see, King Masha. He said, it's nation time, baby. It's nation time. It's our turn. You see, starting with the elect, whoever they might be, who we're hoping, begging, and praying to be. It's nation time. It's the nation of Israel's time. Starting with the elect. You see? You heathen, y'all had y'all turn, man. What is that? Salakia. Man, I think that's Luke. Let me try to find it. Salakia. Luke 21 and verse 24. And it reads, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, the children of Israel, and shall be led away captive into all nations. So from captivity to captivity to captivity. And Jerusalem, the Holy Land, shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we're in that time, you see? And the Lord's going to do it through war. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawashi, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You see? Because the true grim reaper is coming, Yahawashi, and this is why. Verse 2, NLT, I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Yahawashi. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. They traded boys to obtain prostitutes, and sold girls for enough wine to get drunk. So the times of the Gentiles is getting ready to be fulfilled. The Lord is, you devils have a lot of a lot of what I want to say. You have a lot of things to pay for. You see, Zechariah 1 and verse 15. NLT, but I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security. I was only a little angry with my people, but the nations, you heathen, inflicted harm on them far beyond my intentions. Therefore, this is what the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi says. I have returned to show mercy to Jerusalem, a people before it's a place. My temple, the elect, will be rebuilt, says Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of heaven's armies, and measurements will be taken for the reconstruction of Jerusalem, and that's the elect. You see, it's a spiritual tabernacle. The house of David, the Bayath Dawadah, that's being built right now through the power of the Spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You see? The Lord has returned unto us. You devils are through, man. That's why, you see? For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment for our rebellion. But with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, thy Redeemer, because he's the Redeemer of the nation of Israel, man. Baruch 4 and verse 5. Matter of fact, 4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are made known unto us. You see, and none else. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. But the Lord is getting ready to, well, he has returned unto us. You see, it starts with this word, this truth. You see? Verse 5. Man, see? For Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Baruch 5 verse 3, for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven, for thy name shall be called of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi forever, the peace of righteousness and the glory of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You see? For they departed from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies, but Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi bringeth them unto thee, exalted with glory as children of the kingdom. Right? Start with the elect, man. You see? They shall fall by the edge of the sword, and the Holy Land shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, of the heathen, man, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is getting ready to take us back home. You see? Starting with the elect. What is that? Isaiah 42 and 22 NLT. The word of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, this is the spirit. But his own people have been robbed and plundered, enslaved, imprisoned, and trapped. They are fair game for anyone, and have no one to protect them, no one to take them back home. But the Lord has returned unto us, man. You see? You people are through, man. Y'all are through. Baruch 2 and verse 30. Remember that captivity. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Remember that we are the Hebrew Israelites of our respected tribe. We are the people of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and shall know that I am Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, their God, for I will give them in heart and ears to hear the Holy Spirit, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out, no, my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. See? Yeah, that great deliverance is getting ready to come, man. Out of the land of the north. You see, what is that? Hosea 1? Oh, it's lucky. Hosea 1 and verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. See, right out of Babylon the Great, that's where the bulk of us are. And appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel. You see, the Lord's getting ready to set his hand again a second time, man. Jeremiah 16 verse 14. You see, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will restore them. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that it shall no more be said, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, North America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land, it's like into their land that I gave unto their fathers. You see? You see? We're going to be about to getting ready to be delivered out of this captivity. Salaki, getting a little excited. Jeremiah 15, verse 33. Thus saith Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi of hosts. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together right here in America. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer, he's a Redeemer of the nation of Israel, you see, is strong. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. America, you see. The Lord got a swift sword coming to this place, and it's going to devour flesh, man. You see? Repent, you Israelites. Stop playing with the Lord. Or you will be delivered up to the sword to be devoured by judgments. Shalom.